What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video from the Garden State of New Jersey. A frightful Saturday morning. I'm your host, Jaden Sharma, or the Yankee Nerd. And today, oh man, well, it's snowing right now, currently. And I mean, let me tell you, I just love this weather. I really do. But I want to get right into the meat and potatoes of this video because I haven't made a video in like a month. And because, well, the Yankees haven't done anything in like a month. And guess what? They still haven't done anything. But around the league, a lot of stuff has happened, and I want to get into it because I want to show you guys how this could affect the Yankees. So, Kyle Tucker was signed 4 years, $240 million to where? The Dodgers. I'm not surprised. And then Bo Bichette, I think, is a 1 to 3 year contract technically because there's an opt out, I think, after every year to the Mets. So, what does this mean? Well, this means Bellinger is probably going to the Yanks. I mean, now the two big players are out of it. The Dodgers. I mean, I don't think the Dodgers were ever associated with the. Let me just make sure I'm recording real quick. I'm just okay. Cool. I don't think the Dodgers were ever associated with Bellinger, but the Mets, I'm pretty sure were, and they still could be. I'm not, never say never, but I just don't think they are because they signed Bo Bichette and they were in on Tucker. I thought they were gonna get Tucker. I actually didn't think the Dodgers were just because I didn't know where Tucker would fit. But hey, look, they'll make space. And a lot of people are saying this. Oh, the Dodgers are ruining baseball. They're ruining it. Let me tell you something, okay? The Dodgers are not ruining baseball. The Dodgers are just playing by the rules. This is the rules that the league allows. This is what happens. And look, let me tell you, the Yankees used to be this way. In a lot of ways, the Yankees were the Dodgers, and they still could be. Like, the Dodger brand has grown so much now because you have the Japanese players coming over. All the Japanese players, they want to be Dodgers because all their friends are Dodgers. They grew up watching the Dodgers now and seeing their colleagues go to the Dodgers. And they have the Japanese market, so they have the American market too because everyone wants to go to the Dodgers because guess what? They just won 2 World Series in a row. Now, does that mean the Dodgers are a perfect team? They're the best team? Because last year, they didn't even win their own, or they did win, but they weren't the best team in their own league, okay? The Brewers were. Now, the Dodgers won the World Series, so it doesn't really make a difference. But I'm just saying the Dodgers were 11th inning, Game 7, about to lose to the Blue Jays. A pitch within the fence, a ball inside the fence of Rogers Stadium could have changed the entire outlook of how we saw the Dodgers, okay? And they almost lost it in 24 too to the Padres. They were 2 games away. So they were, and the Mets almost beat them too. So it's like, come on. Like, are we for real right now? So the Dodgers, they're not a perfect team. They're not. But they are a really good team. And the Dodgers, they have a good culture. They have really good scouting and really good player development. Because in a lot of ways, the Dodgers are you see them spending money and like, oh, they're just winning because they're rich. And while they are very rich since they're getting the Japanese market plus the American market, I mean, we just went through that. They also have very good player development because if you look at all the different stats and sheets and all of this to see if the Dodgers, their farm system, they a lot of times rank out in at least the top 5 of all of baseball. They have the third, a lot of things, they're the third best, actually, in all of baseball, their farm system. So they are doing everything right. They're spending money. They're spending money creatively, too, with all these deferrals. And I know deferrals were in contracts before. I mean, Bobby Bonilla exists, right? But they're smart deferrals, okay? They're not stupid deferrals. They're very smart deferrals in a lot of these contracts that even, like, they're still spending a lot of money. But it makes it so they could spend even more money now. And then later on, when your prospects come up, you're spending less money, and then you're probably spending, some money on the deferred money that you were gonna give. So they are very smart with creating their contracts. They are also very smart in drafting their players, because a lot of the times, these teams, they don't want to sign people who got handed the qualifying offer because you lose draft picks. Well, guess what? The Dodgers just handed away two of their best draft picks in their draft, which weren't even like good picks to begin with, since they choose low in the draft since they are a good team. So they didn't have high picks to begin with, but they threw away two of their picks, and I guarantee you they're still going to draft really good players. Guaranteed. Now, we look at the Yankees. Well, the Yankees spent a lot of stupid money, okay? Now, I get it. Giancarlo Stanton, you couldn't control it. It was going to turn out that way. Sadly, I didn't. Who would have guessed that his body would have betrayed him? Okay, look. I'm sorry that had to happen to Stanton, but it did. But you have Aaron Hicks, Josh Donaldson, DJ LeMahieu, Marcus Stroman for a little bit. Like, come on, you're paying people to not be on the team. You're just paying them stupid money. And their player development is not good at all, okay? It's not good. I was watching the Michael Kay show, and he was saying, the player development is good. Yeah, well, okay, look, you developed Aaron Judge, okay? Aaron Judge is literally the best player in baseball, hands down. So, yes, you did create the best player in baseball, which is very good. But there is an asterisk to that, since Judge did have a little help from a specific batting coach. But, look... or hitting coach. But look, Judge, he's a very good player. He's the best player, okay? But you have Anthony Volpe, who can't hit. You have Jason Dominguez, who can't field. You have Spencer Jones, who is unproven. You have George Lombard, who everyone is saying, this is the guy. This is the next guy. This is your guy. And I'm like, okay, I hope so. But they've said this about everyone. They said that about Volpe. They said that about Spencer Jones. They said that about Gary Sanchez. They said that about Jason Dominguez. Like, when are we gonna cool the hype? Because the Yankees love overhyping their prospects. Their prospects are extremely overhyped. Extremely. I don't understand when it's enough is enough. I just want to see results. I want to see Volpe hit. I want to see Dominguez field. I want to see Jones in the major leagues. The thing is, Jones strikes out a lot. Dominguez can't field. And the thing is when I hear a lot of people saying, there's no fixing fielding. Once you get past a certain point, if you're already a really bad fielder to begin with, you're probably going to stay that way. If anything, you're going to make very marginal improvements. You're not going to go 0 to oh wow, you're a Gold Glover. And that's not how it works. Volpe, I get it. He was injured. I get it. But come on. And then you look at the pitching, which the Yankees have developed some good pitching, and the Yankees have also made a lot of good prospects, but you don't see them in the Yankees. Okay, around the league there are a bunch of Yankees, but you trade away those guys for eventual players in the major leagues that could prove them. Well, look, okay, you want to look at this objectively. The Yankees aren't that far away from winning a World Series. Objectively, they're not, okay? It always, and I don't know what to describe this feeling, but it always just feels like the second they get into the playoffs or, they get somewhere, they just don't seem like a complete team, ever. I mean, right now, you have a lot of holes. Your first baseman is I mean, I like Ben Rice, but I don't know. You have a third baseman in Ryan McMahon, who's a good fielder but cannot hit. And your shortstop is unproven. And then you don't have a shortstop unless you count Oswaldo Cabrera or Caballero. So you're not going to have a shortstop, really. And if, anything is proven, Well, Caballero and the combination of Caballero and Cabrera could be better than Volpe, which is crazy because Volpe is a really good fielder. Was a really good fielder. I get it. He was injured, so we'll see when he comes back from the injury. The thing is that a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Volpe's gonna fix his swing when he comes back. His swing is gonna be good." His swing, buddy, his shoulder got injured. He's not gonna be swinging. His rehab, I get it. He's going to be rehabilitated to the point where he could swing again, but he's not going to be working on his swing when he could barely swing to begin with. He wants to swing first, fix swing. You can't just go back, which I don't think he is going to just go and fix his swing while he's rehabbing. I just don't think that's going to happen. That just doesn't seem plausible to me. So, Volpe, I don't know how that's going to work out when he comes back. I hope he turns into a good player because he was a really good fielder. Last year, he was really a downside to the Yankees, and we just saw that. It was just he was not good. He wasn't good. And I definitely think that Volpe could get back up to snuff if he stops trying to go for home runs. He can finally hit the high fastballs, and he just hits line drives. That's all he needs to do. Contact hitter. We saw that with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. We saw that with the entire Blue Jays staff. They don't go for home runs. They are a pure hitting bat to ball team. They are a high contact team. So if we could get our act together, we could be the next Blue Jays. We are better than the Blue Jays. You have Aaron Judge on your team. Your pitching is not bad. We have a pitching staff. I get it. Rodon and Cole are going to be injured to start the season. But you still developed very good pitching, which is one of the Yankees are really good at. They aren't really that good at developing players. Although, you know what? It's kind of funny and ironic that this happened, but I feel like Caleb Durbin would have been a better shortstop than Volpe. We just saw that on the Brewers. Like, Durbin was a really good player. He was a really good player. And Augustin Ramirez would have been a better catcher than Austin Wells. But we have really good pitching development. Will Warren, Luis Gil, Cam Schlittler, all from the Yankees organization. And then around the league, you have other key players. I mean, Michael King, hello? So it was amazing. They are amazing in pitching right now. The pitching is the starting pitching is not my concern, honestly. I get it. There's going to be some holes, and there's like, oh, what is this Yankee team going to do? They'll figure it out. Ryan Yarbrough, they always figure it out. The thing is what I'm concerned is the bullpen. Since you have David Bednar, who's going to be your closer, but how are you going to get to him? I have no idea. They've pretty much made no moves towards the bullpen. I'm kind of concerned because the bullpen is nowadays more important than the starting pitching, since your starters only go 4 innings. They go like 4 2/3 innings, and it's like, okay, time to start the bullpen. So, and a lot of people, they want to blame Boone. They do. And I don't blame him. You got to blame someone, but Boone is not the problem. Trust me. Okay. If anything, Dave Roberts and Boone have more in common than what you think. And guess what? Dave Roberts won 2 World Series in a row, back to back. So, I don't know. I don't know about this Boone hate. Honestly, I definitely think that Brian Cashman, he's not doing a terrible job. I think it's just a new set of eyes on this team would do the Yankees a big, big favor. Because Brian Cashman, I think he's washed. It's over, man. Like, he had a good run. And I'm not sure if it just always seems that the Yankees are just one step away. They're almost there, but they just can't make it. They just can never get over the hump. So maybe a new set of eyes on this team would be better. And a new set of hands maybe controlling the team. Because Hal Steinbrenner, when you go out on television and you say, oh, we don't really make or I'm not going to say we make a profit. You make a profit. You make a profit. I don't know how many times we have to hear about we have to pay $100 million to the state of New York. Like, I don't care. No one cares. Why are you saying this? First of all, look, if you got asked that question, the first thing that should have came out of your mouth, our expenses is between me and my staff. That's it. Leave it at that. But then you go out and you say, we don't make a profit. You do make a profit. You do. What are you talking? You're the New York Yankees. Hello? You make a profit. You make a profit. But I get it. Look, you don't have as much money to pour back into the team than some other owners. Steve Cohen, Mark Walters. I mean, these are big, big teams and big, rich owners, which, mind you, the Yankees voted in. They voted in these owners. Now, the Yankees, they're not cheap. They are not cheap. Everyone's saying, Hal is cheap. He doesn't spend. No, he does. Look, you could be the Boston Red Sox right now with a $240 million payroll. Okay? They're spending almost $300 million. I think when it's all going to be evened out by the end of the year, they are going to spend over $300 million. So, I don't care. Oh, it's best if we try to stay under the $300 million. You say this every year. And guess what? Every year, they go over the $300 million threshold. They get hit with a tax. If it was like that, then he'd set a hard cap. Look, I'm not going above $300 million. It's over. Okay? Make a team within the budget I gave you, which should be more than enough, and win. Mind you, the Astros did it, and they weren't spending over $300 million. They developed good players. Now, the thing is, they got those good players by being bad and picking high in the draft. But oh, wow, look, this thing's over. I was doing a YouTube video. I don't know if it's going to restart. But the Dodgers, they develop good players. They develop great players. So I don't understand what the problem is. Oh, look, yep, it did. Wow. I didn't want to download the video. Let's just restart it. Yeah, let's restart it. But the Dodgers, they don't pick high in the draft, and they still develop good players. And guess what? The Yankees did too, because Aaron Judge, a really good player, the best player in the major leagues now. And guess what? The Yankees picked him low in the draft because they can't pick high. They can't pick high. The reason why they got Derek Jeter was because they were bad. They were bad. They got a high draft pick. So, you don't have to spend as much as the Dodgers. Okay? The Dodgers are doing what works because they could accent their teams with these really good players because they're also developing good players. They're doing both. The thing is you have to do half of one at least and develop some good players. Look, you could have just 2 or 3 affordable players, okay, that are starters, which the Yankees technically do have, okay? If you want to look at the Yankee roster, Aaron Judge got paid, but you have Austin Wells, you have Ben Rice, you have Anthony Volpe, and you have Jason Dominguez. All of them are very cheap players, and they should be starting, okay? Wells is your catcher, Rice is your first baseman, Volpe is your shortstop, Dominguez is your left fielder. The thing is that they're not very productive players. Wells tapered off by the end. Volpe, forget about it. Ben Rice, he's pretty good. And Dominguez, he can't field. And he can't hit from the right side. So, all those things add up to, hey, we need some new players or some good players coming up out of the Yankee farm system. Which, I'm not sure. I think George Lombard is the next guy coming up. Dominguez, look, I'm not going to lose faith on Dominguez, Wells, or Volpe because Volpe's still young, Wells is still young, Dominguez is still young. The thing is we don't have a good track record of, hey, these guys will eventually pan out. That just doesn't happen. So, the Dodgers are not killing baseball. The Yankees should be the Dodgers. They could be the Dodgers if they really wanted to. If they just put some effort, they could really be the next Dodgers, or they could just go back to the old Yankees. The Yankees were the Dodgers, okay? Okay? The Dodgers are not the Yankees. I put that backwards. The Dodgers are the Yankees. The Yankees aren't the Dodgers. That's what I'm trying to say. Because the Dodgers, they have everyone. And they have the players, and they have everything that a team could want. Won 2 World Series back-to-back. Still, not a perfect team. I'll say it again. They're not a perfect team. but they won 2 World Series back to back. That's something. That's something. So the Yankees want to get up there. They have to try. And they don't have to try hard either because they are almost there. They're always almost there. But they're a lot of times not there. So I'll leave you guys on this. I'm the Yankee Nerd, signing out.